Yes guys, welcome back. It's Friday morning, it's content day. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to take you through a day in the life, but focus on what I'm eating throughout the day, how I'm tracking my calories, especially when I'm eating out. And then we're going to go check out a gym. It's 8:27 right now. I have done my steps this morning, a few, with this little one, look how tired she is. But right now I'm going to go get a haircut, then we're going to go find somewhere to eat for my first meal of the day, and then get a look at it. So let's get to So, fresh gym in the bag, it's Friday after all. First stop, coffee shop. We're at Arabica, probably one of the nicest coffees in Dubai, probably one of the most expensive as well. But you're probably wondering what I've got in here. Is it a latte? Is it a frappuccino? Is it a cappuccino? Guys, keep it simple, keep it low-cal. This is one of the long black ones. Not one of the ones you're thinking of. It's just an Americano, ice one. There's about 5 calories in this whole cup, loaded with caffeine. It infuriates me when people are on a cut especially and they're having like these lattes and stuff like that. You know, in an iced latte you're probably looking at around 250, 260, 300 calories depending on where you're going, right? And if you're trying to be in a calorie deficit, you're just making life a hell of a lot harder. How easy is it to drink your calories? It's very easy, you know? So if you're doing that throughout the day, it's going to stack up. You're probably going to end up in a surplus. So stick to black Americanos, and obviously this is great if you're fasting in the morning like myself. I try and fast till around 11, 12 before the gym. It suppresses my appetite and gives me a little kick before I go training. So I'm going to nail this, and we're going to head over to a gym. I'm going to go to Train SF. I haven't showed you that gym yet on my channel, so it'll be a good one, and then we'll get into a workout. Right, we are in Train SF. They've had a revamp since I was last here. It looks fucking cool. We'll get down in the gym in a sec. But if you follow my channel, you know my pre-workout go-to is banana, Himalayan salt, and some honey. But obviously, because I'm eating out today, I'm trying to diversify. I've got this low-calorie vegan protein muffin. It looks insane. It's around 280, 300 calories from the app that I've just tracked. I'm just having this because I haven't eaten yet today. So I fasted, it's 11:30. I'm gonna get this in me, pre-workout, which is 0 calories, and then get into the workout. There's no way that's 300. That's really fucking good.
I'd like to, just ask you because you are busy, so just came here. Good to see you, man.
Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah. Do you need anything, bro?
No, all good, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you, bro.
We have one picture if you don't mind.
Yeah, man, of course. Right, we're in the new refurbed Train SF. It looks insane. Really excited to get a workout in. Today is shoulder day, so I'm going to run you through what that looks like on my app. Starting off with Arnold dumbbell presses. So let's get into it. I am just warming up, by the way. I'm not actually doing the pressing with this. You'll find as you get over 30, you might want to warm up, especially your rotator cuffs, because you use them for pretty much every upper body movement. So doing these little warm-ups will prevent you getting fucking injured. So just take 10 minutes, start your workout to do this.
if you're lucky enough to have one of these machines in your gym, use it. When you're doing your raises, hitting your delt, if you're doing them with dumbbells, you're not gonna have the same tension throughout the entire movement, but with these or cables, you are. So you can have the entire tension from there all the way up to the top. It's gonna be exactly the same. And for those who are going to comment on those reps at the end, they're called partial reps. When you can't physically, oh God, get a full range of motion out because your muscles are worn out, because the tension is constant with that, try and just finish out and do some partial reps to really burn out. What these machines are really good for as well is fully isolating the delts on your shoulders. They're only small muscle groups, so don't try and be a hero, don't try and do a big weight. If you're trying to do raises of any sort with a big weight, you're gonna be swinging, you're gonna be doing this. You literally want the lightest weight to hit whatever muscle you're trying to work. So right now, we're doing side raises. You know, if I'm swinging, you're not gonna be isolating the muscle group. This is really good for that as well. That's the other downside to using dumbbells, you'll probably swing more. So I'm gonna do some rear delts, right? With this, go get the baby weights. You only need, I've got some 6s, these are kg. We are trying to hit this small muscle down here, your rear delt muscle. So when you're doing it, this is all about mind muscle connection. So you bring the weight up and down. You don't want to be swinging, you want to be isolating the muscle group, thinking about what you are hitting, because it's such a small muscle group, you don't need a big weight. See now, like you can see all my technique's already going, and it's not even a heavy weight. As soon as you start doing that, either drop the weight or go into some partial reps at the end. Your arm placement as well. You're not doing this, and you don't want your arms like fully straight. You want them slightly bent, like this, and bring your elbows up to the roof. So they're not going out, they're not going back. They're going outwards. So we've done 8 reps there. I can feel I'm losing my technique, so we're going to go into partial reps. So we're going to finish shoulder day with traps. Now it is impossible to do this exercise gracefully. I haven't met one person that pulls a normal face while doing this. That's mental, right? That car there, it's on the side of the road. Anyone could crash into that. It's over 400 grand USD. And you got a G-Wagon. Dubai life, eh?
Make you feel like shit.
Huh? It makes me feel like shit. My basic G-Wagon. Pathetic.
Not enough.
Never enough. We move next year. I'm actually testing a new car on tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but all will be revealed. It's 1:30. I've consumed around 300 calories. We're going to go to my favourite lunch spot. It's called Tom and Surge. It's not the healthiest food, but Because I've pushed my calories back, I can have more delicious meals. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you in here the easiest way to work out the calories that you should be having on a daily basis based off your goal, and then the easiest way to track them. Coffee number 3. So we're in Tom and Serge while we're waiting for the food. You're probably wondering, strong, probably wondering how do you work out your calorie intake for the day based off whatever your goal is. Now, head over to the link in my bio, hit the calorie calculator. That's gonna work out your macros and your calories based off your activity, your weight, your age, and whatever your goal is. Then when you've got that number in your head, it's very easy for you to break down the meals that you need on a daily basis. Obviously, you don't wanna take your scales to a restaurant. So when you've got your meal, like this, I usually eat eggs for breakfast every single day. You need to use an app to calculate what you're eating. So what I'm gonna do here, go into this app, scan food, I'm gonna take a picture of my food, and it's gonna calculate the macros and calories in that. 350 calories, eggs on toast, okay? Don't forget to do your condiments and your drinks at the same time. They are still calories, you're still drinking them, so don't forget to add them into the total calorie intake for the day. But using an app like this makes it really easy to eat out and stay relatively on track. You don't have to prep your meals and take them out with you. You can go out, eat nice places, and still get lean. So if I look for the total calories left for the day, I've had my coffee, I've had my blueberry muffin, and I've got my eggs on toast, and the calories remaining for the day, just over 1,800. I've got loads for dinner, which is good. I didn't even add this onto the food. It doesn't even look nice. Like, what is that? So orange juice done, and then ketchup. Right, so as you can see, I've got my eggs on toast, I've got my orange juice, I've got my ketchup. Calories remaining for the day, just under 1,800. This makes it so easy to eat out and stay on track, you know, so you don't have an excuse. As long as you're tracking, you know where you are and where you need to be. And if you push your meals back later in the day, like I said before, you can leave the last meal of the day to be the biggest and nicest, meaning you're not going to snack before bed. You just want to make this whole process as easy as possible for you in order to drop body fat if that's your goal.
Bro, what do you think about liposuction surgery?
Just for you?
No, just for a friend.
Ask for a friend. It's like anything, any quick fix is not going to be permanent, I don't think, because you can get rid of the fat, but it's not getting rid of any of the habits. It's like Ozempic, you know, gastric bands. I had a conversation with someone the other day who had a gastric band. They'd lost like 20 kilos, but it probably doesn't help. Like the reason why they got in that bad shape to begin with, you know, it comes down to your habits. If you go have liposuction, the chances are it's probably going to come back on because you're not building up the disciplines that you need to in order to stay in that shape.
Okay, I'll tell my friend like this.
Yeah, tell your friend. Tell your friend to go on a fucking diet. His legs are kicking in. Right, had food. I've got a bit of a food coma, to be honest. Off to pick the missus up. She's had an appointment this afternoon. We're heading towards downtown. You can see the Burj Khalifa. Go back. I've got a bit of work to do, so that's going to be boring, but we'll do that and then I'll talk you through. Like, getting in shape, guys, should not be difficult. I know it's easy for me to say because it's kind of like my job and all that, but you need to make this as easy as possible for you to get where you want to be. The first thing I think people get it wrong is having fucking breakfast. Unless you're training really early, you don't need breakfast. You're literally just putting calories in your body straight away, and if you're not training and burning them off or using the fuel as energy, you're just putting yourself in a surplus immediately. People literally wake up and stuff their face with like high, like saturated fats, carbohydrates, all this crap for the sake of doing it. You don't even, like, actually not listening to your body. It's dumb. Like, I didn't eat until, what time was it, like 12:30?
Yeah.
And that means I'm gonna get to this evening and you'll see I'm gonna make some protein fucking pancakes in my air fryer. I'm gonna cover it in like Nutella or whatever I've got in the cupboard, maybe some honey. And I'm still gonna be in a deficit. You're gonna be like, how? Because I'm tracking. 3, 4, 5, 6. It's crazy. You literally can order anything at any point in Dubai. So like, again, when it comes to staying on track, living here is very easy. The only thing that isn't great is the amount of plastic and shit they bring. They bring you like plastic bag, cutlery, all that kind of stuff. It's obviously better to prep your own food or go out for your own food. Then it's a time thing, isn't it? We're back in the apartment, showered, changed. It's mid-afternoon, 10 past 4. I'm gonna have a snack. So I'm gonna have a protein shake with some ice, half a banana, and some milk and an apple. So I've got my scales with me, so if you haven't got some of these, just get some. Get them off Amazon. Like, they don't need to be anything special. But it may seem like a ball ache, but again, if you're not tracking, you're not knowing. A little bit of milk, half and half. Scoop of protein. And that is skimmed milk, by the way, not full fat. This isn't a plug, by the way, but these guys literally have the best tasting protein. This one, caramel biscuit flavor. They did like a red velvet one. I finished within like a week. It was wild. And then we're gonna get half a banana, chuck this in. A little bit of water. Do you know what? I've not had many calories today already, so I'm gonna put some peanut butter in there as well. Now, peanut butter is calorie fucking dense, so don't have a heavy hand with this. How much that is? $13 grams. Let's get it up to 16. 16 and a drizzle. I'll blend this up. So in there we've got a banana, we've got a low-fat milk, peanut butter, protein powder, ice, obviously, which has no calories, and then your apple. So this is my afternoon snack, and I've still got 1,200 calories to play with for this evening, which means I can have a fucking massive dinner. What I'm gonna do, though, even though the guy behind the camera doesn't approve of this, I'm gonna get my apple, I'm gonna sprinkle it in fucking cinnamon.
It's UK thing.
It's not a UK thing, bro. Cinnamon just tastes nice. That's why it's like a trending topic, but you gotta salt bay it. I think there's some goodness behind the madness. This is my afternoon snack, and I've actually got some work to do. It's still Friday, so I'm gonna tuck into some work. Obviously not gonna run you through it. You can see the bit of BTS, and then we're gonna be cooking din dins. Guys, it's really not overly complicated. It just comes down to a few things you've got to be really consistent with. So, if you're in a calorie deficit, you will lose body fat, period. There's 4 ways the body burns fat. Use a BMR, your basal metabolic rate. That's you surviving, literally doing fuck all. You could be in a coma, but because your body's functioning, your heart's beating, you're burning calories. Then you've got your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which is the movement you do day to day. So walking dog, fidgeting, working, standing, whatever it is. Those 2 things alone are anybody's biggest fat loss systems. So if you combine that with a calorie deficit, you will lose body fat over time, but you need to track in order to be in a deficit. Then you've got the thermic effect, which is me literally eating this food. It's gonna burn calories. The higher the protein, the higher the thermic effect. And then what a lot of people get wrong is they say they can't get to the gym, so they can't lose body fat. The gym is literally about 10 to 15% of anyone's fat loss journey. So you want to prioritize your time in the gym with strength training. So when you are in a deficit, your body uses 3 energy sources. So you've got your body fat, glycogen, and muscle mass. If you are lifting weights and eating enough protein, you will hold your muscle mass, so that remove that from that equation. So therefore, your body is going to be burning glycogen or body fat as energy. So if you are doing just a keto diet, for example, your body will just burn body fat for energy, meaning you will drop a significant amount of body fat very quickly. Or if you're in a calorie deficit and you're having carbs, it's going to use the glycogen in that as energy. So you just need to be below your maintenance level, eating enough protein, lifting weights, and moving more. It's as simple as that, but using like apps like I do, make it very easy. Even eating out, you've seen me use it today. I've had a delicious breakfast. It's easy to track a protein shake and my dinner tonight. Don't overcomplicate it. Right guys, it is dinner time. It is nearly 7:30 in the evening. I'm gonna head over to day 5 of my platform. Now, because I've been out during the day, I've just been tracking the meals through another app. But now I'm at home, I can stay on track. So I'm gonna go to dinner time here, and this is one of my favorite meals. So we're gonna be cooking salmon, basmati rice with some veg. So I'm gonna weigh this out, 170 grams of your finest salmon. Put these in the air fryer. Now, when you are dieting, guys, people just think like you have to eat boring food all the time. But to be honest, some of the healthiest food tastes the best. You've just got to know how to cook it. Firstly, cooking in an air fryer is fucking awesome. It makes everything taste really good. It keeps all the juices in there, but put some seasoning on stuff. Get some Himalayan salt, sprinkle that shit all over. Maybe get a dash of pepper. Just like that. There's not 2 in there for me, 1 for you, big guy. Got it? And we're gonna wax in the air fryer. If you haven't got an air fryer, guys, it's a life hack. You put the timer on, you put the temperature on, and it's done. That salmon will be cooked to perfection in around 13, 14 minutes. While I'm doing that, well, it's doing that, I've got the rice on the go here. And then I'm gonna cut the veggies up. Now, this might look suspicious, but it's just a cucumber. Another thing, so like, it's actually really rare when you're in Dubai that people cook for themselves. I think it helps when you're in a couple, like I've got my partner with me and we always cook, well, she cooks. But so often people just order from Deliveroo and their restaurants and whatever, like it's such a bad habit, because cooking your own meals not only works out more cost effective, but what you're doing is you're learning about proportions. So when you're making stuff, you're learning how many calories and macros are going onto a plate. So when you're going out for dinner, it's a lot easier to eyeball the amount of food on your plate, so it's easier to stay on track. I always recommend learning how to cook your calories. Basmati rice, again, ready in 10 minutes, takes no time. It's creamy, look at that. We're having 150 grams of cooked rice. So we've got it on the scales here. 61. 129, 151, that will do. Big chunk of rice. I know a lot of people don't like vegetables, but I don't know how you don't like vegetables. They're so good for you, they fill you up. There's next to hardly any calories in them. Like cucumber is literally just basically water. Again, you can make them taste nice just by adding a bit of flavor to them. I'm speaking like I'm fucking Gordon Ramsay. Balsamic vinegar glaze. So I do want to track this in the app, so I'll do that at the end. Just add a little bit of flavor to them. Voila! Look at that. You can literally see all the juices in there. Final meal of the day. Now it's healthy. It might even look bland to most people, but I know it tastes fucking good. And make your food more interesting. So, low calorie barbecue sauce. There's literally nothing in this. Most people wouldn't have barbecue sauce with salmon or rice, and most people would be right. It's a weird choice, but I'm gonna have it. 10 calories per serving. On mine, you can do what you want with yours. I'm gonna put a bit of salt on, because I love salt. And then, guys, with your drinks as well, have a 0 calorie or a low calorie can of pop. It's not the end of the world, but it might quench a craving when you've got a sweet tooth after or during your meal. I find this is massively effective. You're gonna be so surprised. With all this food that I've had all day, I've still got
758 calories to play with, which means we're having protein pancakes later. Yes. Lay down, lay down, lay down. Spin, spin, spin. Pull, pull, pull. No, here you go. That's good enough. Good job. Here's another thing to take into consideration. Your daily step count. Track it. If you've got an iPhone, it's on your app. I've done 5,000 today. Usually, I'll hit 10K every day, but I've been filming and running around after you guys. I haven't had the luxury. It tastes fucking good. Do you know what? Salmon is probably one of my favorite things to eat. You know, it's full of healthy fats, high protein, tastes delicious. And Emma doesn't really like chicken, so. Right, I've got 738 calories to get rid of. Right, so we've got some eggs. Yes. So we're gonna make some fucking pancakes. So this is one of the benefits of fasting until lunch. I get to have protein chocolate chip pancakes before bed and still be in a calorie deficit. 3 eggs, flour, 68 grams of protein to hit, so let's fucking go. Let's sprinkle the honey. And then we mix. So when I'm actually tracking and I'm like eyeballing food, like I've just put a drizzle of honey in there, I'll always put more in on the app. So best case scenario, I'm in more of a deficit. Vanilla extract. Right, I'm gonna add all this up afterwards. Break some eggs, as they say. Oh, baby. Look at that. Look at that, it's number 1. Fucking joking. I'm so proud of them. Look at them. We usually do them in the air fryer. So this is my first time actually frying them, but I've just scanned one of these. It says it's 200, but I'm gonna actually do the individual ingredients and see what they come out as. So this is the last meal of the day, and calculated with the honey as well. Still got 294 calories, so I'm in more of a deficit, and I'm probably gonna go walk the dog after this as well. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So guys, it's a full day of eating. It was meant to be 2,500 calories. We've gone under. Done a great shoulder workout. I'm gonna aim to finish on 10,000 steps. So hopefully this has given you a really good insight how to stay lean whilst enjoying your food. It shouldn't be a chore to get in shape. You just need to make your environment helpful towards your goal. I highly recommend implementing intermittent fasting to pushing your meals back, but if you're training early doors before work, obviously make sure your first meal isn't a massive one, because you're gonna get to the end of the day and you're gonna probably end up going in a surplus. But hope you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna enjoy these. Over and out.